Callum, it's an end to the training camp in Portugal with that match against Stade Rennes, but I imagine for yourself it was a very enjoyable week to get back in and amongst things properly.
Yeah, exactly. Just to get back in full training, obviously play today as well. Just sort of getting back in after a sort of long period off and obviously the injury, but it was just good to be back on the pitch and in about the boys and obviously just back playing was great.
Yeah, we'll discuss the benefits for the team in general for this trip in a little bit, but for you personally, how important has this trip been in your recovery from injury?
Yeah, exactly, vital. Just trying to work as hard as I can, just run as hard as I can and try and get as fit as possible for the games when we go back. So that was the point of the week was to try and get as much physical work into the lads as possible, and obviously that'll be beneficial when we go back.
And to get minutes out in the pitch, how different is that when you're returning from injury compared to training?
Yeah, exactly. You can't replicate that. As soon as you go into a match scenario, everything becomes live, everything becomes a lot more competitive, and as much as we try and keep the training level as competitive as we can, you just can't replicate the game. So it was good to just get back in amongst bodies and sort of get yourself moving and get used to the spaces again and get used to the teammates again. So it was good.
When you're returning from injury, is a little bits of your game which you kind of need to almost kind of get back when you step out in the field for the first time? Is there anything in that game that you felt like you had to get back?
I think it's just quickness of thought, quickness of your feet, just sharpening your feet up again and obviously just getting used to the spaces and the big game as well. Obviously we've trained as much as we can this week, but like I said, it just becomes ultra competitive when you put the strips on and it becomes a live match. So it's just all the little sharp things and sharpening up your brain again and getting used to being in that competitive environment again. So it was good. It was a tough test, but it was good for the lads to play against a good opponent, and like I said, we'll be ready for next week.
And the week in general for the team, how has it been just to have that real intense period of training? Yeah,
it's been good. Off the back of a sort of week off, come in, everybody fresh, ready to go again, and the week's been tough, really tough. Some big numbers in there in training, and that was the aim for the week, was to really try and get as much physical work into the boys as possible, finish with a strong game, and then, like I say, we'll recover tomorrow and full throttle for the games coming.
How much excitement is there in the group to get back to football next week?
Yeah, exactly. You're off for 2 or 3 weeks and you start to miss it already. There's nothing like playing football for us. It's the best job in the world, and we've come back in, we've worked hard this week, and now we're ready for the real stuff again.